Hey everybody, welcome back to my Eurovision React Review channel. So one downside that I've mentioned plenty of times this Eurovision season about moving to India is I'm out of sync. So time-wise, it was just never going to be possible to watch Benidorm Fest semi-final one last night live. So I went to bed, I woke up, I checked social media straight away. I tried my best. I was going to just ignore it and then come back home after work and then just watch it without knowing anything. But I think it's not just me. I think for Eurovision fans, Benidorm Fest, there's just like some sort of kind of moth to a flame where I'm just so unbelievably attracted to it and I couldn't wait. So I got a taste. I got like a 20-minute social media peruse this morning in regards to the key things that went down last night. So I know quite a bit of stuff, but I had no choice. I had to know. So I know who goes through, unfortunately. So as a result, I am a little upset because I've lost some of my kind of favourites. So in this semi-final, David Afonso would be my favourite in regards to my personal tastes. And he's out, so that makes me want to cry. Kingdom would be my second. They're out. That makes me want to cry. I thought that was going to do a notch in terror. Evidently didn't. Not necessarily surprised about David Afonso. So it means no one really kind of got behind me on that one. Like literally no one. In fact, this morning on social media, no one even talked about it. So yeah, that might be a good thing though. And my third favourite would have been, or is, Sonia and Selena. Yeah. But I'm smiling, they're out, which is rubbish. And then my fourth is Kuve. So I'm surprised Kuve's through. I'm really surprised Kuve's through. I thought that song was kind of a nothing pop song. So I'm curious to see that one live. I mean, without even watching these, I'm not necessarily surprised Lucas Bunn is through. I probably can guess that the juries would have helped that. If it was sung live as well as the potential we heard in the studio track, then it probably went through on judges alone. Lachispa's the favourite, no surprise. And Kuve's the one I'm really surprised of, so I want to check that one out. So, enough talking. Let's check these songs out and let's see if we can make sense of these results. But sometimes results don't need sense, they just are what they are, right? So let's check them out. Okay, song one, Kuve. So this is the order. I'm going to listen to them, watch them in the order that they were performed. I genuinely can't remember this song. I have not listened to this song since my first reaction. However, I will say already, in regards to makeup, hair, and what she's wearing, looks good. And obviously, I think it's probably because she's blonde. I'm starting to think of Sophia Cool. And now I'm wondering, in that instance still, whether Sophia Cool could have got a bit inspired, gone into the future, seen this, gone back, and maybe changed her outfit. This is a good starting song, right? To start off the night. Nice little poppy number. Inoffensive. From what I can hear so far, her vocals are pretty decent. Some same-sex interaction. Pro that. I remember this one now. Okay. Look at her. You wouldn't even know that she was first up. Zero nerves. From what I can see. Can I also say it's probably unfair on Sophia Cool, bless her heart, but I'm watching this and like this is quite straightforward, right? Straightforward choreography in regards to backing dancers in white. What she's wearing and looking like is very effective. Like I said, I think sometimes in the past Benidorm Fest can be a bit hit and miss in regards to what people wear. I mean, yeah, notch in terror. Sophia Cool. This is very simple, but it's really, really, really effective. The strobe lighting, the lighting in general, the feel of the aesthetics fits with the song and actually is elevating the song because I'm actually enjoying this. So I'm like 1 minute 43 in and without seeing the others, I can kind of see why this is qualified. I think it's always important at Benidorm Fest to listen to vocals. We've had some interesting vocals in the past with Benidorm Fest. But like, she's delivering. I haven't heard a bum note yet. It's not exactly a hard song to sing, I must admit. I'm not a trained singer, so I'm not qualified to make that statement. I mean, that note, but she's hit it. It's a shake up in what I'm looking at. Is that how the song ends? We're not going to get a last chorus. Well, that's a good sign. The fact that I didn't want the song to end and the fact that I wanted one more chorus. Yeah, that song got massively elevated by that performance. And like I said, that was in my 4th place in my personal favourite, so I'm happy it's through. From what I can see without looking at the others, it seems logical why that went through. That was massively elevated by what we saw. And like I said, things were simple. Like, the staging was simple, but very, very effective. And as I said, the one thing I can say, Kuve's stage performance and stage presence, don't know anything about her, but she looked like she'd been doing that for hundreds of years. Super confidence. Right. Okay, so I've lost David Afonso. I'm not surprised. Even if this is amazing, I'm not surprised because I didn't see his name hardly anywhere, which, as a result, well, first of all, deeply upset me because I just kind of assumed going into this that he wasn't going to qualify anyway. I love this song. I'm really confused. Like, why aren't people talking about this song? So far, vocally, very strong. I did wonder how he was going to stage this. It's very dark, but I guess the verses are quite dark in feel, right? I really like this song. Like I said, I'd made peace with the fact this wasn't qualifying because I was the only one that I could see talking about this song in a really positive way. And vocally, he's really solid as well. So I hope he got some love from the judges. More skin. So far I've seen a lot of skin in Benidorm. I mean, okay, alright, fair. So we're in the 2nd verse and it does feel the song's really not going anywhere. Okay, fine. When I'm listening to it, and when I have listened to it, I don't necessarily notice that. But I've noticed that more now I'm watching it. But the song builds now. But we're in our final minute, I should hope so. And he's got some moves as well. Okay. A nice back view. Gracias. Indeed, David Afonso. Right, okay, so what I can say is he sold that song with his vocals. Like, literally, I would say I've listened to that more than Di Teresa, actually, particularly the last few days. And it doesn't sound any different to the studio recording. So that's got to win some love from some people, right? Even if people wrote that song off. David Afonso, vocally, I thought you did an amazing job. Staging, it was dark. It was quite dark, but now, as I'm listening to the verses are dark, I guess. And actually, to stage that would have been quite difficult because the song doesn't really build. And like I said, I was listening to the song being like, how are you going to stage this? There was no obvious cues in regards to where I would go to staging it. Hey, it is what it is. Okay, so we now have Chica. This is probably my least favourite song of the whole 16. I didn't really get it. I didn't really feel the verses and the chorus fit together. It's very much of a nothing song for me. Okay, so we're the 3rd one through, and what I must say, visually, I'm enjoying this national final. Like, the creative director or whoever's behind the visuals of Benidorm Fest, I would go as far as to say it's better than last year. Much better than last year. Yeah, I just feel like the verses build to this, and they're like, oh. I kind of, when I listened to this, just thought she would have a guitar. I didn't think she was going to deliver like a female bop, almost artistic interpretation visually. Okay. Makes the song more interesting, I guess. Yeah, see what you mean? I remember this vividly now. The verses and the choruses don't go together. Sound-wise, like, I don't know what she's singing about. But again, a bit like Kuve, like, I don't think her or Kuve or Kuve are as good vocally as David Afonso, but they're delivering a solid, confident vocal. So far, no disappointments on that side of things. And are we just going to go to that chorus after all that energy? Yes. It's such a shame. I feel there is potential in this. But I'm enjoying the visual aspect of engaging with this. It is better live, watching and hearing it live. Okay, that's much more cooler, edgier and arty in regards to its visual portrayal than I thought when I listened to it. Almost kind of, I don't know, drawing inspiration from Rigoberta there, which love, respect. The song itself is just, it could only go so far for me with that song. There is a peak. Yeah, I felt they did the best that they could because I didn't want it to stop necessarily. I was enjoying the visuals. Okay, Kingdom. So we've lost Kingdom. My beautiful friend Georgie from ESC Whoop frickin' loves this song. I really like it. It was my honorary 11th place when we did our top 10 national final songs of this season, just because I had been listening to it over and over again because of Georgie. So I know he's really upset this is not through. And like I said, this is my second favourite of these 8. So we've lost this one, right? Okay, so I did see something this morning and I did read Georgie's kind of verbal dialogue on WhatsApp. There might have been question marks over the live vocal. So I was going to come into this objectively, but I can already hear why they said that. Hopefully it picks up. Wait, someone help me out, please, because do they all come at this on an equal footing? I.e., do they all sit down with Benidorm Fest and the creative directors? And does Benidorm Fest, the festival, and creative directors come up with the idea of each one and finalise it? Or do they come with their own team and therefore kind of artist money is also something to consider? Because I've just watched 3 visually very impressive stagings that amplified the songs, in my opinion. And now we're just going with the close-ups, with the engagement with the dancers. So they're relying on colour and they're relying on choreography so far, which is an interesting choice. Is it a choice by them, the creative directors, the festival, or is it a money issue? So they are really relying on the play around with colour between red and blue. Okay, watching this, it seems less surprising this didn't qualify. I think even Georgie, from memory, messaged saying afterwards he was expecting to lose this song. That's interesting. So I heard there, so she's got a pre-recording backing vocal to support her vocals. Good choice. If they're allowing you to do that, do that. But even with that, at the beginning, like I said, and at moments, it doesn't sound vocally strong. The staging is really underwhelming after watching the previous 3. And I just want to know why. Was that their choice? The question is still worth repeating. Their choice? Creative directors? Money? This song had so much potential, I thought. I really feel if this went to Eurovision, it wouldn't bomb. Why are they in the dark? This song isn't a dark feeling song. Like, I've compared this to Noche Entera. The staging Noche Entera was just bright colours. Oh. Oh, bless her. just feels a bit, the camera angles now, it just looks a bit messy. Particularly with the two band members. Like, I get the fact that they're on stage, the two gentlemen, but the movement did seem somewhat chaotic and unchoreographed then. I'm allowed to be a bit critical because I'm trying to work out why it didn't qualify. I will repeat it. I still feel like this song had so much potential to go to Switzerland and not bomb. But I have so many questions behind lighting, staging, voice aside. It's really horrible and difficult for me to comment on vocals. I'm not a vocalist. In fact, I have a horrible voice. And therefore, for anyone to stand up and sing live, like, kudos, respect. I mean, it is their job. It's not mine. But yeah, like I said, I had read this morning and heard this morning, was informed this morning that there might be a question over vocals. And yeah, I thought the beginning was shaky. Then I thought, okay, it's blending with the pre-recorded backing vocals, so it sounds fine. And then obviously, bless her, when she had a little definite solo moments with no support with the pre-backing vocals, it did really expose her live vocal. In this moment, she's probably a great live vocalist. Okay, sad to lose it. Understand why. Okay, Lucas Bunn, who has qualified.
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Oh, Alexa, I'm not talking to you. So this had a cult following. I remember in the comments of my video some serious love for this one. So there'll be people that are really happy this is qualified. Back to a solid vocalist. But what is that mic stand? That mic stand is interesting. Beautiful voice. Stunning. Wait, this is the song where someone has tried to tell me what this song's about. It's quite sad. I'm making that point because I'm also really impressed with his performance. Don't remember the melody of the song. I haven't listened to this song since my reaction. It is a nice change up of pace after those first 4 songs, right? Getting some love from the audience there. Much deserved love. He's rocking this vocal. I was going to say almost better than David Afonso, but that's because this song not only has a decent vocal, it's got a performance attached to it, i.e. emotion. So even with this staging, there's not like boxes and stuff. To be honest, it's easier to stage a ballad. Let's be fair. It doesn't need boxes and backing dancers for this one, does it really? Just need him delivering a live vocal, an emotive performance. Okay, from memory, I think the jury's had this in their top 4, right? And it's not in the televote. So, because there was some discussion about that when I saw on social media this morning in regards to the decision to do the results the way that they've done them. So it was stupid last year because you could work out Noche Entera was going to win before they even won, based on the semi-finals, just releasing all the points. You don't need to do it. They don't do it for Eurovision semi-finals. Why did they do it for this? So I was very happy to hear that we weren't going to get that this year. But they still announced the top 4. We don't know the positions, but the top 4 of the juries and the top 4 of the televote. Someone did message me today and said even in Spain it was quite confusing with the judges because it was assumed by some people those were the 4 that qualified. So the judges put this through, but the televote hasn't got this in their top 4, which means we can only assume moving into the final. The one thing we can say for certain is this hadn't got televote love now. It's unlikely to get televote love on Saturday. So this is out the running. In fact, I saw someone post the only thing that was useful in regards to how they decided that they were going to release some evidence of the qualifiers was all we know is Lucas Bunn didn't get any love from the audience. I don't know, he might have, or the televote, he might have come 5th, who knows. But it's jury bait. So like I said, I'm not surprised this was in the jury's top 4. Right, my girls, Sonia and Selena, out. So yeah, this was my personal 3rd place in this final, semi-final. It already looks like it's going to be camp, which I'm obsessed with. See, Kingdom, why couldn't they do something like this? Already I'm feeling this is great. Look, I'm smiling. Oh, interesting mix there with the audio. Okay, they're not necessarily harmonizing great there. Someone was off. I can't remember. Think it was them or the backing vocal. Oh, some tongue. Okay, it does sound like some mixing issues, not audio, not vocal issues. Look, this is harmless fun. Just makes you smile. It's a mixing issue, isn't it? I can't imagine, and I couldn't hear from the individual contributions vocally that there should be issues with vocals. It's just when they're harmonizing. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt and say it's a mixing issue. There were moments where it sounded off, but not necessarily. Anyway, regardless, potato, I don't care. I enjoyed it. It was camp. It knew it was camp. It embraced the campness. And yeah, it is what it is. It wasn't trying to pretend to be anything else. But it's out. Okay. I mean, let's be honest, that wasn't ever going to be Eurovision competitive, was it? Okay, the favourite. Now, if you are a subscriber and follow my channel, you know that I'm not very good at amplifying my emotions. Yes. Someone recently, bless them, on my comments did say that my picture, my stills look like I'm bored. It's because I don't take separate pictures of myself because I don't love the idea of posing, and I'm not very expressive when I watch these, so I've just got to work with what I got. So I'm just going to do a disclaimer. I know that there are question marks over this song vocally because, oh my goodness, I couldn't get away from that because there was so much conversation. Bless Lachispa. Like, I'm hoping she's just not engaging with social media, because if she was engaging with social media, that would be a dark place for her to enter. And she's still in it, right? She's still in the race. She was in the juries for and the televote for, and you don't know how that went down. But like, I know that there was disappointment over this performance. So the reason why I'm saying that is I'm not going to sit here and fake that I'm surprised, and I'm not going to over dramatically react to this like maybe some other people would. I can't do it. It makes me cringe. So far, so good. Interesting concept, staging-wise. It does sound slightly off, bless her. Listen, this is a hard song. This is a hard song to sing. Right, I'm going to be positive here. Look, in the sense of the staging, you can see like these have been deliberately placed to have this kind of mirror effect. Like, I really respect the fact that there is a creative idea going on here. Like, I've always said I don't really particularly gel with this song like other people. It's not even in my top 10 of these 16 songs this year. That's not a diss, it's just not for me, this sound. So as a result, like, I'm not wishing the downfall of this song at all, not any way, shape or form. If this is what people want, then, and moreover, I want her to deliver a great performance. There are moments where vocally it's fine. It's just the hard bits. This kind of falsetto moment, but also, which some people say the shouty moments, but you can deliver shouty moments fine. This is a hard song to sing. So I don't know anything about her as an artist. I think some people said that she was a backing vocalist for Rosalia. And I think I have seen, or people, because again, that's the great thing about Eurovision fans and Spanish Eurovision fans, if you have a different idea, then people will do their absolute best to try and convince you you're wrong. So people did like send me videos being like, listen to her sing this a cappella, this is gonna be a moment. And I was like, yeah, no, definitely it will be. It's just that doesn't stop me not liking the song. This is a hard song to sing. As I said, I'm not a vocalist, so as a result, she's doing two things, right? And people have, again, tried to convince me that this song is the best thing that's ever happened in this world. And I'm like, yeah, great, fantastic. People have been like, you don't even know the message of the song. The message of the song is this. Like, the message of the song has power and meaning, right? And so she's obviously communicating that through the delivery of the song. And so she's doing both, right? She's having to deliver a live vocal and she's having to perform. And to do both things together, I can't imagine is easy. So I'm just wondering, benefit of the doubt, if she was just standing there with a microphone, just focusing on the vocal, obviously that would be alien to her because that's not even how the recording is. Would it be better? I don't know. I'm just trying to think. She's got from now until Saturday. Is this just a nerve thing? Or is this literally just a song that she's just not able to do live? Because it's so unbelievably difficult. Because she doesn't look nervous. There we go. I was hoping that she was going to smile. I didn't want her to like finish not smiling, i.e. she knew that it may have not been the best. Okay, she performed the house down. Performance-wise, she performed. Like, I can't fault the performance. I quite liked the idea that someone's evidently come up with that in regards to the choreography and also the aesthetics of the mirrors. I quite liked the visual interpretation of that song. I still don't like the song. Sorry, I know don't like is strong. It's not my thing. Vocals, like I said, I'm not a qualified singer. It's just unfair to kind of pick apart that. But like, obviously, I can hear that it doesn't sound like the studio version. So there'll be definitely a lot of disappointed fans out there because for some people, particularly in Spain, this was the only ticket that they genuinely believed could go to Eurovision and compete. And so as a result, this is semi-final one. So for some Spanish fans, I can imagine them just that their Eurovision season is over. It's over. And to what extent they'll even engage with semi-final 2 in the final of Eurovision, the final of Benidorm Fest, because this was the song and only song. And a lot of people had that view. A lot of people won't be like, right, okay, so we've got 4 or 5 different options here. It was like this or nothing. So yeah. Right, the time has finally arrived for me to watch this live because, as I said, I don't know whether I've clicked on something in regards to a particular thing on social media where the algorithm has decided I need to hear this song on everything that I press, even of like pictures of baboons playing with a tree. That's an over-exaggeration, but I've heard the song so much time in the last 2 weeks. I did see on someone's social media account, they described this in probably the best way that I can describe this without being offensive. It has the talent of being the best and worst song at the same time. And I think, like, literally, I've been forced to listen to this song so much. Even I'm coming around to the idea that this song isn't that bad. There was a lot of PR going into her before this semi-final. So this has got the last qualifying spot. She performed it last. Let's see how she gets on. She's 18 or 17 or super young, right? I'm listening out for the vocals. It sounds alright. Who thought that brown suits was a good idea for this song? Okay, again, I can't lie. I did read somewhere that she doesn't really sing live much of this song. I remember seeing that and I'd forgotten until that particular moment. I need to watch the rest of it to see whether it's qualified that she doesn't really sing the song, but I can see why someone has said that. But she's singing this live, right? That's live. So she can sing, she can hold a note. I'm not saying it's a hard song to sing. Yeah, so she's not singing this bit. Can I also just say, as a caveat, so obviously Spain goes straight to the final where there is juries and there is televote. televote. Because I did see this morning some excitement around this song after this semi-final. If this song goes to Eurovision and she continues this method of missing chunks of the song out and just having a pre-recorded backing vocal, juries are not going to reward that kindly. That's why we have the juries, to find stuff like that out. This is much better. Like, I thought she wasn't going to sing the whole thing based on what I'd seen. But no, she is singing. When she has her moments, she can sing. I think it's just a creative decision for her not to sing during those points, to focus on choreography, not that she can't. Weirdly enough, oh na na, eh. When I first reacted to this song, it was this shake-up. I think I even said I don't think that it's necessary, or I don't see the need. But actually, this is my favourite part of the song, when it does shake up. Oh na na, eh. Yeah, she's not singing live anymore. Na, eh. Oh, na, na, eh. I really like this part of the song. Like I said, I have been listening to it recently because I've had no choice. Na, na, eh. Listen, I think at the end of the day, choreography alone, that was thoroughly entertaining. I can see why the televote has put that through. I can see now, seeing the whole package, why the jury's put that through. And choreography alone, Noah Corral from Israel with Unicorn, remember the last bit of that? She doesn't sing, she just does the dance and allows the pre-recorded backing vocals to do its thing. And she wasn't hemorrhaged by the jury because the first parts of the song she sings, and she sung them really, really well. I'm not necessarily saying that she sung this really, really well, because when Noah Corral did it, there was no pre-recorded backing vocals to support her. I remember her vocals because I've always thought that she was gonna like flop live, and she was so confident. And so the jury saw that and really realised that it was just a creative choice at the end for her not to sing, just to obviously prioritise the kind of really impactful dancing moment that we had at the end. And I think the same with this one. Like, she can clearly sing. You can hear the parts where she's not microphone away, she is singing, her voice is coming through. Yeah, I was expecting to watch this being critical, being like, how's this got through when she doesn't really sing it, based on some of the things I had read this morning. But no, I think that's a well-deserved one that's gone through. And I think every time I listen to it, it goes further up. I think I'm one of those really predictable, boring people that have now decided that I'm now going to like this song. But like I said, I feel my algorithm hasn't helped me there. I'm not going to make the comparison to a goddess that represented Spain not very long ago, because I did see some comparisons there. I was like, not in the sense of it's comparable, but in the sense of a song that was nowhere, performed live, gets elevated, and gets a bit of buzz around it. I really hope the buzz around this one isn't the same in regards to the buzz around because this isn't that. This isn't that. It really isn't. But girl did good. Girl did good. And her team has done a great job putting that package together, because the visual representation definitely elevated the song. So there's two songs that have definitely been elevated. That one and Kuve, definitely. So am I surprised with the top four? No. Like, Lucas, amazing vocals, emotive performance. The jury definitely would have scored that high, and I think that's deserved. That's deserved to go through. Now I've seen Daniela's, I mean, the only comparison I'll make with Chanel, it's a song that was not on my radar, and then seeing it live, it popped, but not at the same level that Chanel did. I get why that's true. And the moments that she does sing, she sings it fine. She sings it well. You can hear her vocal. So I'm not going to criticise her for the creative decision for her not to sing in certain parts, to prioritise choreography, because I really enjoyed the choreography. And it's the choreography that makes that performance and has probably contributed to that going through. Third, Kuve, like, that was my biggest grow out of all of these. That was my biggest surprise, and it was the first one up. It was such simple staging. It was, the whole thing was simple, but it came together so seamlessly that I thoroughly enjoyed the whole aspect. And like I said, as I was watching it, I just kept thinking of Sophia Cool. I was like, why couldn't have you done this? Why couldn't you have just done this? Keep it simple. And then the fourth one, Lachispa. Look, the song alone, it was always going to go through. And I'm glad they've given her a chance for her to have a redemption on Saturday. Whether she can, like I said, people have sent me videos to try and get me on this train that I really won't be on because I just don't gel with this song. but basically evidence to suggest that she can sing really well live. So I'm a human and I'm empathetic, so I just hope she nails it on Saturday, not because I want this to win. If she nails it on Saturday, it probably will win based on the hype around the song. But for her, I don't want her to come away from this experience because it must be horrible. Like, at least with Sophia Cool last year, it was the favourite and everyone saw the stage and they're like, nah. And then that was a huge contributing factor to it. But Sophia Cool delivered a live vocal. She did herself justice. But bless Lachispa, like, I don't think she's done herself justice, has she? So it would be nice for her to kind of have an opportunity to redeem herself on Saturday. So did the right four go through? I think so. Look, I mean, if I'm going to be brutal, like, I really don't gel with Lucas Bunn's song. I don't. I don't know Spanish, so I don't know the lyrics. You know, I think there's one world where we say that it deserves to be in the final. And there's another world where I'm just like, I love David Afonso. Like, I love that song. And I loved his vocals. And, you know, I dealt with him not qualifying weeks ago anyway. But hearing and comparing his vocals to other vocals that I'd heard tonight, yeah. I'm just like thinking, what's the juries for then? Why have they got juries? What are they actually ranking the songs on? So I'm not surprised David Afonso didn't go through because there really was no love of that song going forward. ngdom, it just didn't come together for those 3 minutes, so I get that. Sonia and Selena, the song was never Eurovision competitive anyway. It was a camp bop. And like I said, I think it was a mixing issue. There were moments with the harmonies that sounded off, and I think it was a mixing thing. And who was the fourth one that didn't qualify, Shane? Oh, Chica. That song it's my least favourite out of all these, but was elevated by the performance. So not in any way to make it into my top 10 of Benidorm Fest 2025. Maybe to move it from 16 to 14, shall we say. Right, semi-final 2 tomorrow. Let's see what that brings. So does this mean Melody, if she nails the vocals, has got Benidorm Fest? I think people are talking about Jay Cabello as an outside shot. And I want my D. Teresa to rock the house down because that's the song that I am rooting for in regards to the whole of Benidorm Fest. I have question marks over that one live because the studio version, which I've listened to so many times, there's definitely some sort of computerization on her voice. So I have no idea if she can sing live. I'm really hoping she can, and I'm really hoping that tomorrow people are like, oh, Di Teresa, she could win this. Because my camp, the camp that says that she can and should, is small and not loud. So those are my thoughts. But more importantly, please let me know what you think. How do you think things went down last night? Were the results just? Do you agree with them? And moreover, what's your thoughts moving into the final? Please let me know. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do click the notification button so you're informed if and when I post videos. And yeah, until next time, stay safe.